A woman noticed something strange during the flight. Even though they'd been flying for quite a while, they were still over dense jungle. Just as she began to feel uneasy, a strange noise came from outside the plane. Then, shockingly, the propellers stopped working. It turned out that the pilot had lost the navigation signal and hadn't been able to find a way out of the forest. As a result, they had run out of fuel. The plane began to nosedive uncontrollably. Luckily, the trees helped cushion the impact, and the plane didn't explode. The passengers only sustained minor injuries, but one flight attendant broke her neck during the turbulence and died. Soon after, the group checked on the pilot. They found that a tree branch had pierced straight through his chest. At that moment, the engine suddenly started to give off white smoke. Seeing this, some passengers hurriedly pulled out the branch and managed to get the pilot out of the wreckage. Originally, there had been 10 people on board. Now, with the flight attendant gone, 9 remained. Since they had crashed in a remote jungle with no signal, Anna figured there was no way a rescue team would find them anytime soon. David asked John, who was a doctor, to examine the pilot's injuries. Fortunately, the wound had missed any vital organs, so the pilot wouldn't die right away. But if they tried surgery, it would need to be in a sterile environment. Doing it here would probably kill him faster. Hearing this, everyone could only sit and wait for help. Then Anna spotted a mountain nearby. She planned to climb to the top and see if she could get a signal. David pointed out it was already getting dark, and if they were going to try, they'd have to wait until morning. Sergey said he had a heart condition and couldn't climb, and his medication would only last for 6 more days. Just then, the pilot began coughing. John said he wanted to attempt surgery, but he didn't have any surgical tools. To everyone's surprise, Sergey pulled out a knife. It seemed he expected John to operate with it. In the end, with great effort, John managed to perform the operation successfully. Meanwhile, Lucy and her boyfriend snuck into the cabin. They didn't expect to see a figure outside the window, but when they looked again, it was gone. Later that night, while everyone was asleep, a shadowy figure approached the pilot holding some clothes. The figure pressed the clothes over the pilot's face and smothered him. The next morning, the group discovered that the pilot had died. They assumed he had succumbed to infection, but John, the doctor, was puzzled because there were no signs of infection on the body.